Hello, my darling doves. Good morning. I am still waiting a bit on the Vampire series for voices for Cersei Victoria and Alucard/Dracula. If you are interested, you can click on one of the links or say so in the comments, and I will send you a script, or I'll just post it in the comments. But for now, I have this Genie in a bottle. Please enjoy. Whew. Finally, I could get to stretch my legs after 10,000 years. Oh, hello. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's all right. But my name is Lena. I am your wish fulfiller, wish granter, whatever you want to call me. Yes, wish. Or wishes, I should say. 3 to be exact. You can always use 1 or 2 and then give the other one to another person. But you can't wish for more wishes. If you wanted more than the 3, because I know, like, everybody in the world has more. Almost all the time. Not all the time, just part of the time. Yes, you can wish for a lot of things, yes. But there are provisos, warnings, rules, really. Rule number 1, I can't and definitely won't kill anybody. So don't ask. Rule number 2, I can't make people fall in love. And I won't mess with true love, so can't help you there. And rule number 3, I can't bring people back from the dead. However, some of my masters and mistresses have found sort of a loophole, like an indirect way to break the rules, or rather bend them a little. And if one of those rules suits you or doesn't suit you really, then you can try to find a way around it. I can't break them. Bound eternally not to. That, and also they're good rules to live by. I wouldn't want to kill anybody. I'm practically incapable of it. And again, I won't mess with your love. And bringing people back from the dead, whew, that just sounds like a horrible, horrible thing. It's like terrible. I mean, ugh. Oh, and one more thing before you go wishing. It's not really a rule, it's more of a suggestion. Be specific. What do I mean? Oh, I mean that you need to be specific with what you want. Like, say you want to be king, right? King of what? Or king of where, I should say. See my point? If I just, turn you into a king, all of your stuff will be worth the stuff of a king. You'll be richer than rich. And snap of my fingers, all your clothes will be all fancy. And people will see you and think you're crazy or you're just stupid rich. Sometimes people don't question it. Sometimes people do. It's always iffy. Yes, that would be a definite do that. I want you to have the best wish experience you can. I don't want you to get mad at me and then waste another one of your wishes trying to fix it or fixing it. I mean, you don't have to wish right away. If you don't know or you need time to think, I can always go back in my lamp and just chill there for a while. All you need to do is rub the lamp and I'll poof right back out. Yes. Yes. Oh. Yes, of course. I can stay. A few of my masters or mistresses have asked me to stay out. Mostly because they already know what they want or they just want somebody to talk to half of the time. I like it when I have somebody to talk to instead of the walls of my lamp. It gets boring in there. I mean, one of my masters did wish for an extensive library that has all the knowledge in the universe, but if you have nothing else to do in 10,000 years, you're gonna read through half of those books. Me, I read through almost all of them. Twice. There's a few books I haven't read. I think because when I tried to read them, they were boring as all hell. Oh, excuse my language. Huh. No. It's just I've never been asked that. Nobody's ever asked me what I would wish for. Um, one's more really of a wanting to experience. I don't know what it's like to be human. No? And also fall in love. I've seen some of my masters and mistresses with their significant others or somebody they're pining after, and I think it would be a nice experience. I know with love would come probably heartbreak, but it would be an experience, you know? And I'd want somebody to love me for me. I know it sounds, what's the word? That! Cheesy. I don't understand idioms nowadays. Look, I can hear almost everything outside of my lamp because I've got a filter that breathes almost everything in. And remember when I said I have an extensive library? Yeah, almost every time that the world changes, my books change. One of them being a history book. I've read through human history, lived through most of it. Napoleon was weird. I was out during the time, and my master at the time, he was around during Napoleon's time. He told me all about Napoleon Bonaparte. So, yeah. I think what's changed significantly through the ages is the fashion. It's interesting. But what I'd wish for, getting back to the topic, to be free. Yeah, these fancy bangles that are on my wrists, not exactly just for decoration. They're kind of it's my oath, my bond. That once my master or mistress is done with their 3 wishes, I am bound in eternal servitude until my next master or mistress or they pass down the lamp. Which has only been done a few times when I've been in my lamp. But not often. They pass it down to their children, their cousin, their loved one, something like that. If they're done with my wishes and they have no need for me. Rules still apply after I am done with the wishes. I just have to come when they beckon. Kind of like a lapdog. But, oh, I would love to be free. Free from having to constantly pop up and ask them, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? To decide my own fate. Instead of having somebody decide it for me. That would be nice. But the only way for me to get out is if the possessor of my lamp wishes me out. And you can guess how many times that's happened. Kind? Oh, yes, I've had plenty of kind masters and mistresses. I've also had my fair share of cruel ones, trust me. But it's the kind ones. Ones that do a selfless deed. Like, they wish for extra food for the poor. Or they wish for a better life for their servants. Warms my heart. Gives me hope that there are a lot of kind people in the world. I know there are still cruel people, trust me. But I just like the kind ones best. There was one master that stuck with me a lot. He was an older gentleman. He was so happy, content when he found me. I told him my name. I told him the rules. And he looked at me, smiled, and said, "There's no way for you to break that third rule, but I wanted to see my wife. She passed a while back and died of a sickness. Don't remember what he called it. Either that or I didn't hear him. I'm not good with long names, trust me. If it was something like tuberculosis, cancer, or something like that, I could still remember, but it was a really long name. I couldn't remember what it was called. Then that was a while ago. Anyway, I told him that he could always find a way around the rules. Some way that wouldn't directly break them, but just bend them. So he told me to stay out so he could talk to me. Have somebody to discuss things with. Then he found lore and myths. He found this wishing pearl. Remember when I said find a wishing pearl or a digit? Oh yeah, they exist. I went to go get it. Because I knew it existed. I just need to find it. He said, "I wish for you to go find the wishing pearl, and please bring it back to me." It was one of the very few that actually said please to me. Others just say, "I wish," then back off to the lamp it goes until my next one. I came back, brought him the wishing pearl. I told him, even though I still have wishes rules too, I'm just not sure on what they are. I know my rules, and some of the digits thanks to my cousins, but not a wishing pearl. Because there's not very many of them in the world. And they're exceedingly difficult to find. Sometimes an octopus just won't let go. Don't ask. Please don't ask. I really don't want to go through this story. Anyway, so he wishes to have his wife back. Alive. For just a day. He wanted to have one more dance, one more dinner, and say goodbye to her. Because when she died, he unfortunately didn't get the chance because he was busy. Now that he wasn't busy with work and he himself was getting on in age, he wanted one last dance and meal with her before he said goodbye. Before he kissed her again. She came back and she was so beautiful. She almost didn't recognize him. It's kind of funny. But oh, how he lit up. He introduced me. And then he used his secondary wish. His last two wishes. His second wish was for me to recreate their first date. It's on this hillside with the sun setting and a picnic. Wine. It was very pretty. I just I watched as they laughed and talked, and then got up slowly. He asked her to dance, and it was a music they could only hear. It was so beautiful that I swore I could hear it. Then his last wish, he said, I wish for you to serve my wife in her final moments on this earth. Make her happy. My wife didn't know what to say. His wife did not know what to say. She was so gobsmacked. She looked at me, and then she looked at my lamp, and she told me, I'm already so very happy. I got one more dance with my husband. I had the most romantic evening that I could remember since our first date, and I wouldn't know what else to wish for. I told her that she could always give the wishes to somebody else, but she'd have to wish for them to go to somebody else. Then they'd have 2 extra wishes. Or she can just wish idly. I explained the rules, and she thought for a moment. She said, well, I haven't had it in a long time, but I lost a bunny when I was just a girl. I was wondering if you could find it. She described the bunny to me, and she said, I wish for you to go find the bunny I lost as a little girl, and please bring it back to me. Again, one of the very few people that said please. I nodded. Your command, mistress. I snapped my fingers. I disappeared. I came back with the bunny, and she burst into tears. I thought she was upset. I thought she was mad at me. But no, she was so happy. They had children, but they were long grown and had children of their own. But she told her husband to give that bunny to one of her granddaughters and explain that it was their grandmother's and you finally found it. Don't explain how, just you found it. Make up a story. Say you found it in the attic while you were sifting through my old things and wanted the girls to have it. He nodded, said yes. Then her last 2 wishes, one was for dessert she hadn't had in a while from Paris, and then the last wish, she told me, she looked me in the eye and said, Hannah, I wish for you to be happy. I wish for you to be happy and find love. That's what she asked of me. I didn't know what to say. I said, yes, my mistress. As you command. I snapped my fingers, and back in the bottle I went. Of course, she faded away by sunset, and I went back in the bottle. And the husband passed. And then I waited. Almost nearly 10,000 years, yes. One tends to lose track of time. I don't exactly have a clock in there. Oh, you're ready. You're ready. Yes. Yes, it would be nice if you would say I wish. You can't exactly, go wish I and then state what you want. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, ready. As you... Wait, what? Oh my gods and goddesses. Here. Wish for something crazy. I don't know. Wish for the Nile in your backyard. I don't care how you wish for it. Just wish for the Nile in your backyard. Oh my god. Free. Oh, th- thank you. But what is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I am not ungrateful or anything. This is amazing, but you could have used 2 wishes and then wished for me to be free, but you are content with. You're one of the very few people who is almost absolutely content. Thank you so much. It feels good, trust me. I am very happy, thank you. But why, though? Fulfill my wish, my obligation to my master. Oh, this does make me exceedingly happy, thank you. And what? Oh, a date? Is that like courtship? Oh, I would love to, master. Or, sorry, I don't know what to call you. Yes, your name would probably be very helpful. I would like that. Thank you. Alright, my darling doves, I hope you enjoy. This is actually the longest I've ever recorded. And again, if you're interested in voicing for Ceres Victoria or Alucard in my vampire series, please contact me via one of my forums or direct message me on the comments, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Like, share, and subscribe, and as always, see you again, my darling.